The road to Vizima was long. Cold winds followed Geralt and Vesemir as they rode under gray skies, past burned watchtowers and abandoned farms. War spread across the continent like a plague, and the black sun of Nilfgaard hung above every village. Geralt's thoughts were on one thing alone: Yennefer, alive, running, chased by the wild hunt. And if she was near Vizima, then something far greater was about to unfold. The city of Vizima rose from the horizon, surrounded by massive wooden palisades and thousand-man camps of Nilfgaardian soldiers. Black banners snapped in the wind. The golden sun of the Empire shone above every guard tower. Vesemir muttered, "Can't say I ever missed this place." Geralt agreed silently. The last time he had been here, kings had fallen, courtiers schemed, and destinies intertwined in blood. Vizima was a place of power and danger. As they approached the gates, a Nilfgaardian officer barked, "Witchers! Weapons down! Follow us!" Geralt smirked. Always such warm welcomes. The soldiers escorted them inside. Geralt found himself in a marble bathhouse, steam rising gently as attendants scrubbed and prepared him for an audience. He hated court customs, but the Emperor demanded perfection. A Nilfgaardian chamberlain, bald head shining in lantern light, observed him critically. "Your beard must go." Geralt growled, "It's just a beard." The chamberlain frowned, not in the Emperor's presence. As the barbers shaved him clean, Geralt's mind drifted. He had stood before kings, queens, mages, monsters. But standing before Emperor Emhyr var Emreis was something else. A man feared across continents, a ruler whose words shaped nations, and a man connected to Geralt in ways few understood. Geralt dressed in formal Nilfgaardian armor, stiff, uncomfortable, far from his Witcher gear. Two soldiers opened massive golden doors. The royal court shimmered with marble banners and torchlight, and on a black throne, beneath a golden sun, Emperor var Emreis, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. His eyes were cold steel, his expression unbreakable. Geralt approached. Kneeling was required, but he chose not to. Emhyr raised an eyebrow. "Still the same insolence." Geralt replied, "And you're still the same tyrant." Vesemir whispered behind him, "Maybe we should leave?" The Emperor ignored the remark. He waved his hand. "Stand. We have important matters to discuss." Emhyr leaned forward, voice echoing through the hall. "You are here because of her." Geralt stiffened. "Ciri," the Emperor continued, "my daughter." The words always hung heavy. Ciri, the girl they both cared for, but in very different ways. The Emperor's tone hardened. "She is in danger. The wild hunt pursues her. And you, Witcher, you'll find her." Geralt's voice was low. "I was going to, regardless." Emhyr nodded slowly. "Good, because she is the key to everything." Before Geralt could ask more, a familiar scent filled the room. Lilac and gooseberries. Geralt turned, and there she was, Yennefer of Vengerberg, in black and white, violet eyes sharp as blades, elegant, fierce, dangerous. She smiled slightly. "Geralt, miss me?" He stared at her, half angry, half relieved. "You could have sent another raven." Yennefer chuckled softly. "You know I prefer dramatic entrances." The Emperor stood. "You have your mission. Yennefer will work with you." Geralt frowned. "Since when do you cooperate with the Empire?" Yennefer crossed her arms. "Since they attacked me at Skellige, and since Ciri needs us." The room fell silent. The Emperor dismissed them with one gesture. "Find her, or everything will burn." As they walked down the marble hall, Geralt finally spoke. "You ran from the wild hunt. How bad was it?" Yennefer's expression dimmed. They appeared out of nowhere. Frost spread across the land. "They want Ciri desperately." Geralt asked quietly, "Do you know where she is?" Yennefer hesitated. "Only fragments. She visited Velen, Novigrad, Skellige, but she's always one step ahead." Geralt stopped. "Why is she running?" Yennefer met his gaze. "Because she can't stop them alone. Yennefer placed her hand on his. Geralt, Ciri left you a message. She summoned a vision, a swirl of smoke, purple sparks, swirling images. Ciri running through a forest, branches whipping her face, frost forming behind her, the wild hunt closing in, her voice calling Geralt's name. And finally, a whisper, I'm coming home. The vision ended. Geralt's jaw clenched. Where do we begin? Yennefer answered, Velen, the war-torn swamps. It's the closest lead. Before leaving Vizima, Geralt walked through the Imperial war camp. Maps covered tables. Generals argued over battle lines. Soldiers sharpened blades. Rows of siege weapons pointed north. Emhyr was preparing something massive. Geralt muttered under his breath, War always follows us. Vesemir approached. Got what you needed? Geralt nodded. We leave for Velen. Yennefer appeared behind them. Velen is dangerous. If Ciri went there, she must have been desperate. Geralt mounted Roach. Then we ride. The Witchers rode past marshes, dead forests, and hanging corpses of deserters. Velen was hell. Smoke from burned villages rose into the sky. Bodies floated in swamp water. Children cried in abandoned huts. The war had eaten this land alive. Geralt whispered, Ciri, why did you come here? Night fell as they approached a massive wooden fortress. Soldiers in dirty red armor watched from the walls. A banner with a bloody handprint fluttered in the wind. Vesemir muttered, This must be the place. Geralt nodded grimly. The fortress belonged to the Bloody Baron, a man feared across Velen, a man who had seen Ciri, a man who held the key to the next chapter. Geralt dismounted. Let's hope he's cooperative. Vesemir replied, And if not, Geralt smirked. Then he'll learn what a Witcher really is. Geralt stood outside the gates, the torches flickering, the wind whispering through dead branches. Somewhere out there, Ciri ran through nightmares, chased by ancient specters. Geralt whispered into the night, I'll find you, no matter where you've gone, no matter who stands in my way. The gates creaked open. The hunt for Ciri had truly begun.